Okay. Let's get in it immediately because this is too funny. So Matt Rice in trouble,
Oh boy.
which I found hysterical. I can't. It's just too funny.
Mance?
Yeah, man's he's been working his ass off to try to be like a popular stand-up comedian, right? And so he's done it. He did it through TikTok. He just become super famous via Instagram with the way that he does crowd work, the way that he's super funny. I've never actually, if you go in, you don't have to play any of them, Jeff, but if you do go scroll through his stuff, if you watch his crowd work, he is so funny. He's hysterical. So he gets this giant boost via social media, and he gets a Netflix special, which a ton of people have absolutely tried to get a Netflix special and couldn't do it. And he does it, right? So he gets his Netflix special. It came out, I don't know, a couple days ago, week ago, something like that. So I watched it because, again, his crowd work is hysterical. He gets his special for however much, whatever. And the first half, I didn't find funny.
Because of the jokes, because nothing.
I mean, it just didn't resonate with me. I'm not probably his age group. Like his age group's probably, that 17 or 18 to 35-ish.
How old is he?
He's might be about to be 30.
Okay.
He's like 28, 29, something
Okay.
like. So he does this joke, right? Where he's talking about going to a restaurant with his buddy, and a waitress comes out and she has a black eye.
Mm-hmm.
And so his friend feels really bad for her and is just basically, hey, put her in the kitchen so people can't see her. Like, don't be a server, be in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt Rife goes, he says, well, if she could cook, she probably wouldn't have a black eye. And then is like, just testing the waters, just testing the waters, just testing the waters to see if y'all are still fun. And so obviously people have, and it's the first 2 minutes. It's the first 2 minutes of his Netflix special.
Oh, it's the beginning.
Yeah. It's literally the beginning of it that he sets it up and goes into it. Pause. So yeah, I kind of didn't think anything of it just because it's, it's comedy. Is there is there a stop to comedy? Is there oh, you can't push this line, you can't do this in comedy?
I think that's the bigger question. Is like, do we give a pass to, or do we give the freedom because it is comedy? And because obviously all comedy is quote unquote,
right.
We did that podcast about, talking about like what's offensive and what's not offensive. And I think that comedy, like, it's more
tough.
of the question of like, because it is comedy, do we give it a free pass?
I mean, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely do. I feel comics should be allowed to test the waters and blur that line a little bit. They always have. That's just been for me, it feels a little bit like the Will Smith slap. So Chris Rock was trying to be funny. Will Smith took it a certain way, and then went up there and slapped him.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that.
Well, that you definitely can't do.
That's not a thing.
Like, you definitely can't do that.
And I don't think you can cancel a comedian or go out there and try to mob and do the mob mentality. He's terrible. He's a horrible person because he attempted a joke, which he's
Mhm.
probably tested multiple times, right?
Probably.
You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
went to comedy clubs. He was testing it out. He was testing out his set. They all do that.
Right.
And it was fine. And when he did the joke, they all laughed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you to me it just feels like there's a mob mentality that's going out and going after him at this point. Do I personally think domestic violence is funny? No, but to me it's kind of the the same mentality as you go to a strip club on a Tuesday and you get the bullet hole women. They've been playing that joke forever and ever and ever. So
yeah, and the greatest comedic, that's how you say it, right?
The comedians.
Yeah, the greatest
or comics.
The greatest of all times have the raunchiest jokes.
It's that dark humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you can go back and find any of them.
The raunchiest, for the throat, take you out by the knees, punch you in the stomach, like raunchiest, like downright jokes, and they are so successful because of that.
Yeah.
So do you feel like it's changing because of the culture that we're in now? That everybody
absolutely.
Everybody's trying to.
I don't think we're talking about this in the 90s, early 2000s. Definitely not the 80s. If you go back and look at Eddie Murphy and go back and look at Richard Pryor and go back and look at
Cat Williams, man. Like
you don't even now still Cat Williams. But if you take it offensively, I don't know how kind of in your own world are you? It's like you can't say that you can't call a tank top wife beater anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get what that means. I get what.
Yeah.
But also, comedians are held to a different standard, and I personally, again, I don't find the first part of his stand-up very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Second half, I thought was hysterical.
Yeah.
Totally relatable for me. Super funny. We have a son. It just was super funny. The first part was, okay, I get your joke. I get where you're coming from. It was a little like internal laughing happening, but
it wasn't like full belly laughing, like like that's fucking hilarious kind of thing.
So
yeah,
I mean, a little bit of me thinks that the new comics are trying to story tell the way that Dave Chappelle does.
Mm.
And they're just not storytellers like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. It wasn't good. For some of the comics that they don't allow on Netflix, I didn't think it was that great, but it was also super funny.
Yeah.
The end was the last like half hour was really funny to me. So, but for him to be getting canceled over this.
Yeah. I just think that there's a space for, comics and movies, and there's storytelling everywhere. So because it's done in a light where it's supposed to bring laughter, compared to, movies that maybe put it in a more serious conversation.
Yeah. It's stand-up comedy. You're supposed to just be able to go and get a good laugh and laugh at everybody. Like at everybody.
Yeah. And also when you go to see a comedian, the expectation is that they're going to say things that
You're
are
gonna get ridiculous crap. It just
yeah,
and
that
they're gonna
and the thing is that you don't have to laugh at everything, and you don't have to think that everything is funny, and you don't have to think that everything, you know what I
You
mean?
don't have to agree with it all, but
Yeah,
you still paid to go to it.
right. And to go into seeing a comedian and believe that they're not going to say something that might,
that's outlandish.
yeah, or that might, again, quote unquote, offend you,
Yeah.
is a little bit naive to think about.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we were the running jokes for a very long time. I think that we still are. Gay jokes are very big right now.
Yeah.
And
Autistic jokes are very big
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
I okay. Some of them are super funny
mm-hmm.
and some of them aren't.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about, this thought or whatever, is that some topics, because they're so heavy and they're so, I don't know, fill in the word, sad. Like that comedy kind of gives it a little bit of a
levity.
like a relief,
Yeah.
almost, where it's like
you're tired of being so serious about it.
Yeah.
And it's okay to just be it's okay to just be fun. It's okay for it to be funny and
Yeah.
you to just not be heavy with it, for you to just not have to,
Be so
argue
PC about every little topic in the world.
You don't have to argue about everything. There are stereotypes out there that are, I mean, I don't know about this one. Again, I wasn't belly laughing at this one. I wouldn't go there and try to make domestic violence funny. He went for it. He's a stand-up comic. I'm not mad at it. It's, it was 4 minutes out of an entire hour or something special. So if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. But to try to cancel the man for it, for me, is just
to take away every other thing that he said.
Yeah. Right.
I get that.
So that was my for me, I was like, dude, you have been trying and trying and trying to break into, the upper echelon of stand-up comedians, and you lead with a domestic violence joke, but also too, like, smart move, kind of. We're in this era now where people are tired of being offended about every little thing. So you lead with this joke, and he's like, I'm just checking to see if you're still funny.
Did people laugh at it?
Yeah, man.
Of course.
Because people are tired
And
of being offended.
Level of dark humor. It just so people are like, oh damn, they were not expecting it.
I'm not mad about it.
Funnier.
But that's very much a lot of the shows that you watch too, Jeff, right? Like,
yes, but that's the kind of comedy that I get.
And then the shows like Bob's Burgers, American Dad, like all that shit that we used to watch. I mean, we don't watch it that much anymore, babe. But like, all that shit,
I still know all of them.
But that's what I'm saying. All that shit that like is on mainstream TV, like that is.
Yeah, I don't know how they've managed to survive it.
Family Guy, for God's sake.
They've been on forever, but that's because Family Guy.
Everything though.
No, The Simpsons. It's The Simpsons that can predict the future. That's why they've been on for so long. They just predict the future. They predicted Trump would be president. They predicted,
But no, Family Guy still runs. American Dad still runs.
Yeah,
all this runs.
That's on national TV. That's like on cable. Like you can see that shit, right?
Yeah. Simpsons. Yeah.
But you watch it all. It's all there. They got all the seasons on all the streaming services. You can watch again if you want.
Yeah.
So that's that dark humor that you're talking about.
Well, I mean, there's some jokes that are funny, and some they push something really stupid beyond all belief, and it's like that is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right, bring up the one I wanted you to bring up. I want to know if this humor is funny.
You want the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your race?
Black.
All black.
Half. I'm mixed. I'm black and white, Haitian and German.
Wow. Okay. Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
Is it okay for Hispanics, Latinos, or Mexicans to say the N-word?
Honestly, yes.
You think so?
I think so. You know what? I have so many Mexican friends. Everyone is so cool. I feel like we we have like a shared bond, a shared struggle. I feel like, you know. So for me, at least, I think they can say it if they want to. I'll be like, yo, what's up, my nigga? What's up? You know, I'm not even tripping about it. For real, yeah.
Okay, you can pause it.
Cool. Like,
All right. So what's the verdict? So they get the pass?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Obviously.
I don't care. Say it.
I'm saying it's a slippery slope.
I get that, but
You're
live your life. Say the words.
it's a slippery slope that's setting a precedent now. You get some really light-skinned Latino saying it. You're not.
Yeah, but see, he mentioned, he said the A part at the end. He didn't say the whole word with
Yeah,
the
but
hard ER at the end.
But who does that anymore unless you are actually racist?
Oops. Not sure.
Because I could say it with an A at the end. I'm getting my ass beat though.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Here, I don't know. I don't know how that would work here.
No.
I think they would look at you funny if you said it.
Yes.
Because there's a
Yes,
bunch of white people here. I don't think
My
there's a lot of.
cheeks are pink. So yes. We've had the. No, I can't say it. But if you get a really light skin, like, does it matter if you grow up with the person and they're saying it? Like, what's the legal precedent right now for saying it?
Legal? I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many rules of who can say it. I mean, obviously, the number one rule is white people can't say it. And
I never have. I never will.
Aw, come on.
I don't.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even. We laugh about this. I know you always laugh at me when I say this, but even if I'm singing a song, whether it's in my head or out loud,
Yep.
I don't even say it in my mind. Like, nope.
Okay.
I don't.
That's fair.
I don't get to say it.
So who's because you are actually half white, the same way that I am actually half black. I don't get to say it, and you get to say it.
I look more brown than you. I'm sorry. I can't.
So what's the skin tone that gets to say it?
I mean, I guess
tan
or you would just look like a tan person. I don't know if that worked out for you.
Right. So how do Latinos get to say it then?
They don't look tan. I don't know. I don't know why they could say it.
No, stop it. They look tan. There's a subsect of Latinos that just look tan.
Well, I mean, I don't think they do. I think they say probably amongst their friends, like the way we do here. But I don't think they walk on the street saying it. Unless you get like one of those really hard ass dudes running around fucking.
So what I picked up from that clip is just anybody not white or not white presenting can say it, and everybody's okay. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, I feel like it's more situational. My brother's your color, and he says it all the time, and he gets nothing out of it. No type of backlash.
With people that he knows or
he says
anybody?
Everywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
But see, he lives in that town. He does what he wants, and no one does anything.
Yeah, he's never.
If he leaves
outside your own town, if he went down south
and goes somewhere, yeah, he might get some crap for it.
Yeah, probably.
So I think it's really situational. Who you're with, who you're around. I mean, if you walk in the store with a bunch of black friends and says it, and they don't say anything, they're like, okay, so we're just not gonna say nothing about it. White people are like, oh, cool, I guess he can say it. He didn't get jumped immediately, so whatever.
All right, let's do the next one. This is the last one with I need your black card to be able to talk about this. So let's do the one we've seen a million times all over.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This one right here.
Blackface. Let's go. Also,
Black man.
pause it. This dude he's as white as me. Well, almost.
He's what is my
And
brother?
do you see some red in that beard? I see red in that beard.
Oh, he's more like me.
Homie is
Yes,
okay.
white.
All right. Go ahead.
Because of you, I'm a black man.
More or less.
So half and half.
More or
So
less.
No, that's not.
if I painted my face black, would that be blackface? And if it was blackface being a hate crime, would that be a black on black crime?
Now, let me tell you why.
Why?
If you painted your face black, it would be the completion of a process. And it would be disrespectful to your mother, or you would be eliminating her.
It's not my fault you ran out of toner when I was born.
Well,
You koala printer.
perhaps we should have tried a different position.
Ah!
Koala printer. That's my favorite part of that whole thing.
Oh,
You koala printer. Now, if I call my dad a koala printer,
I don't think that's racist. Sorry.
okay. I just wanted to check.
That was all. That was all. She
I
needed
wanted
to
to
know.
check if that.
That's all she needed to know.
Only
to
because
say you ran
koalas
out of toner,
are
homie.
normally like one color. I think he meant panda.
Oh.
Only because I'm being really ridiculous with it.
But is it? But if you painted, no, if I painted my face black and I did blackface, would that be black on black crime?
I really feel like people that don't know you might take offense to that. Like if you went to your dad with blackface, he might fall over dying laughing at your retardedness.
I don't get any of the amenities, huh? Nothing. I get
I get
no amenities.
you can with people you know. You start going outside the box, you're gonna get looked at funny.
No, that is the one time that Jeff was like, "Stay in the damn box."
Yeah.
Okay? Stay in the goddamn box.
I can't even.
Well, that's that thing. Do you remember that one video where it's a white guy? It's comedy again, and it's a white guy, and he's basically he's talking to a black guy, and he can't say the word, so he has another black guy standing next to him.
I know that video.
Yeah, I need you for that. That's
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can get one of those. That'll be fair.
Yeah, you.
Oh,
That's
bring
what
me
she's
in.
saying.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, yeah, that'll work.
I just
She
have
needs you to just hang out with her and
so literally a black card is your black friend. That's a you go
Kind
into
of.
that, like go into that. That's why so many people are, oh, I have a black friend. I'm not
Well, see,
racist. I have
they-
a black friend.
Abuse that. I got a black cousin sister somewhere. It's
Baby
not
mama. Yeah.
like my dog is black. Like it's not how that works.
It's so funny how the world works right now. You can just you can take anything any type of way that however you want to put it, and that's okay. Do the Aunt Jemima one real quick.
Sorry, your kid's doing something.
Of course he is. Yeah,
Okay,
pull up
let
Aunt
me
Jemima.
just Get this the size it needs to be.
That's amazing.
Did
This
I-
to me is just hysterical.
this one right here.
Yep. Look at it. Everyone complaining about Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben, but
Yeah.
Cracker Jack is okay.
They gotta find the racism somewhere.
And I don't even having used people using the word cracker or calling
I haven't heard that in
white
so
people
long.
mayonnaise or it just doesn't hit like that. You can keep trying to play with it any way you want, but no one's gonna worry about the fact that there's a Cracker Jack box out there. And there's probably a dude named Jack, and they were like, "Yo, Cracker Jack," and then they made a box about it. Nobody
I
cares,
wonder. I don't. They're making too much out of nothing.
right? It's however you want to take it and perceive it in your own head, and it just. I'm not. You're entitled to how you want to take outside noise, but your feelings belong to you. And if you allow other people to control your feelings, I don't got nothing for you.
Well, especially when the scene is set.
Yeah.
And when it's for comedy and you know that it's for comedy, you already know what scene you're walking into.
Yeah.
You get to choose whether you walk into that scene or not.
I mean, it's not like he's not known. They can just go look up some of his old stuff and see they want to go watch this crap in a special.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I still to this day, I say it, and I think it's one of the funniest. I can't remember if it's Raw or Delirious, but Eddie Murphy, I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah, that really old, the one he did with the suit.
The red
The-
suit?
Well, I
purple
can't
one?
remember which one. There's a purple suit and there's a red suit, but he goes out there and does a gay joke about a police officer sitting on top of the police car, and it's not sirens, it's just a real gay dude going woo 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 woo.
Yeah.
And it was I will not ever cancel Eddie Murphy for any, and he did what was it? What's the name of that? Larry Moe, the Three Stooges. He did a gay joke with the
hilarious.
He did a gay joke with the Three Stooges too, and that shit's funny. I'm not.
Three Stooges are hilarious.
He did a lot, but that's slapstick comedy. That's still a level of comedy that not everyone gets.
But if you put it into pause, but if you bring it into today's society, they're gonna be mad at you. Like there's no way that they're not gonna be mad at you, and it's freaking dumb. To me, you're gonna be mad all day then. Looking for things to be pissed about, you're just gonna be mad all day.
Just jumping backwards. I mean, that's what happened with Dave Chappelle too. They went back on some joke he said when he was like 20 something. Like, get over yourself, guys.
Joe Rogan, when they did the compilation
they
of
tried to cancel Kevin Hart too from a tweet he did 15 years
a
ago.
homophobic tweet.
15 years ago, something about if his kid was gay and blah blah blah. Blah. Like
just telling jokes, guys.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Yeah,
it's fine. It doesn't.
Yeah, like
I whatever. The fact that going back to Matt Rife, he put up when he responded, he put up a post and he
oh
was
my
like,
gosh, response.
if you want to read my apology, go ahead and click this link. And when you click the link,
it's not an apology.
It's not an apology. It's a bunch of helmets that kids with that they bump. Yeah.
Special needs.
Yeah.
Special needs helmets. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, he went all in. He wasn't. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's hilarious. I'm
can,
not even mad about that.
We just said it the other day. Candace Owens said, I don't know what to tell you. Get a helmet. Life's tough.
Get a helmet.
Life's tough. Get a freaking helmet.
Hilarious.
People, you're not sensitive. You're not empathetic. And it's not that I'm not sensitive and that I'm not empathetic to whatever community, that I'm not empathetic to the special needs community. My kid's autistic. It's not that I'm not empathetic to the Black. I'm going to play all these cards right now. I'm not that I'm not empathetic to the Black community. I'm half Black and you're one of my best friends and you're half Black. I have Black friends. We'll go with that. It's not to say that I'm not empathetic to the gay or trans. I'm empathetic. Also, I'm not a child. Like those jokes for my child are not appropriate because he doesn't have the capacity mentally to understand them, whether he was autistic or not. It's not age appropriate for him.
Yeah, he's 6.
Right.
So
for me, as a grown-ass adult that has gone through life and been through some dumbass shit, a lot of this shit is funny.
They do that in movies all the time, though.
That was my point earlier, where it's like you want to try to cancel the comedy, but we're still making movies about it. The very same topics.
It's
in similar and different lights. where
Yeah.
you're telling the serious story. You have the movie where it's the serious story about XYZ, fill in the blank, whatever you want to talk about. But then you also have romantic comedies,
Yeah.
action comedies, where some people are making fun of themselves,
Yeah.
whether it's their race, their intellect, their
You can do it
families,
with
their
marriage,
backgrounds,
relationships,
marriage,
friendships.
Right.
You can do
Exactly.
it with that too. Oh, Jeff, pull up the other one I sent you. Yeah, the one above. Pull that one up.
We got 3 people on the screen.
Yeah, that one. Because this is funny too. But if you're a woman and you want to take offense to it, you can take offense to it. But to me, it's hysterical.
You're not.
It
Is
just,
that boy right here?
yeah.
Women, listen to me.
They don't fucking do that.
Like,
Goddamn.
play it again. Play it again. Play it again.
They don't fucking do that. Is this your first time talking to women? Goddamn.
Like,
I wasn't
Wait,
ready.
the guy on the bottom
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of looks like my dad.
He does. That's sad. I didn't even see it at first. Well,
When he-
we'll bring it back.
they
We'll bring it
don't
back.
fucking do it.
We'll bring it back.
they
There
don't
you go.
fucking do
It
that.
does.
This
It
doesn't
looks
like
like
your
if
dad.
his stash was a
Yeah.
little longer.
No,
It's
go
got
ahead.
the
Play,
same- is it
play
the
it one
same
more
head?
time. This is great. And then like it.
Women, listen to me.
They don't fucking do that. Is this your first
And
time
he
talking
laughs
to
like
women?
my dad,
Goddamn.
too.
Is this
Yeah.
your first time talking to women?
Oh my god.
You can be mad all you want, but as a
Hilarious.
woman,
That's
no,
hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
there's a ton of those.
Because it's true. When we don't want to,
we
we
don't.
don't. We fucking don't.
Mm-hmm.
So what to me, comedy is just comedy, and you might not like the type of comedy that it is, and that's fine. But to cancel an entire human being,
And they're gonna
for it,
try. It's not gonna work.
no, it's not gonna work
No.
because
No.
we're over it. We're all
No.
over it.
He's gonna double down on it, which is why he did that apology thing. So no, here's some more. Enjoy.
Dude, Andrew Schultz is one of my favorite YouTube personalities. I will watch whatever YouTube show Andrew Schultz is on. I think he is hysterical. And sometimes he's a little overboard, but for the most part, I really love his comedy when he's on YouTube. I'm not a huge fan of his stand-up. Yes, he's funny in certain spaces and certain occasions, certain topics. Absolutely. I think he's funny on his Instagram and on his YouTube channels.
Oh, the short ones, not the like really long.
No, his
Yep.
he has long podcasts on his YouTube channels. He's on he's got Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne, and he's got Flagrant. That's his own one with his buddies and his boys. And he's hysterical on all of that stuff. He's hysterical on his Instagram. I freaking
Yeah,
could
I
consume
like his stuff.
all of his podcasts. His stand-ups I watched because he puts them out on YouTube, which I get because he's trying to, and he sold out Madison Square Garden. I'm not saying the man's not good. The man is
Damn.
fucking funny.
That's impressive.
I don't personally like his stand-up like hour-long sets. That's me personally. It doesn't mean that there's not millions of people that think he's hysterical.
Yeah, and you just don't go to shows.
I
Simple.
just don't. Yeah,
And I
I
watch it.
will. I give my appreciation by clicks and likes and views and watching his podcast for 2 hours. But his stand up for me when I saw it on YouTube kind of really isn't total. Like, yeah, I laughed, but it's not. I would go pay for Cat Williams. And also too, I'm in my 40s. It might not just be things that.
Yeah, I'm sure he tells jokes about crap
Yeah.
you don't even know about. Like I don't know how funny that is.
And I'm also set in my ways with the comedians that I like and the way that they tell stories and the way that they deliver jokes. It might just be that I'm not accustomed to the way that he delivers them, just like I wasn't with Matt Rife. When
Fair.
he got towards the end, sure, yeah, that was my
I
kind of
don't think
comedy.
I've actually seen any of his stuff. I've only seen him heckle with people in the crowds.
Right, that's what you get on Instagram, and
That's
it's
the reels.
That's all I've ever seen of his stuff.
and it's hysterical. His stand-up for me, again, it wasn't the way that I laugh at his reels.
Fair.
So I will continue to support his Instagram.
Of course.
I don't know if I'll click on his specials all the time unless there's drama in it, like there is now.
I don't think I've seen a single one of his specials. I've only seen.
He only had this one. This was his one. That's why it's kind of ironic. He worked this hard to make TikTok and Instagram his following. So now there's a million girls ages 17 to 35 that just think because he's charismatic. He's freaking cute as hell. He's got a body. He's got swag. He walks, he talks, he like smiles, and you're
Can't
like,
say aluminum, but it's okay.
Yeah. And it just, he has the it factor for that age group. It's just, if you're not in that age group, because that age group will laugh at whatever you say. I mean, babe, you laughed at an entire conversation I had with you. I didn't make one joke. It was just literally me talking, and you thought I was funny as hell because you were in your 20s and you just like me. That's
I
his.
thought you were cute.
Yes, that's his.
I did. My face was really, really red.
That's his. That's his
I thought
genre.
she was hilarious when we
No,
first met.
I was not hilarious.
I thought she was hilarious. She's looking around. She's like,
"What are you
I
laughing
didn't
at?"
say a
"Am I
single
that
joke.
funny?"
No.
Everything
sometimes
he said, I was like, "Huh."
Yep. And that's how you flirt. And he's got a whole bunch of girls flirting with him right now because he's cute on Instagram. And I get that. And I'm not mad at it. And his crowd work is funny.
Hilarious.
It's
Oh, yeah.
so funny.
I think he's perfected his crowd work stuff.
It's great. And Andrew Schultz, the same thing. Love his crowd work. Love it. Love when he's just on his podcast doing his thing and whatever. I don't know if I necessarily like their stand-ups. I don't dislike them, but
I feel like your jokes are some are hit or miss with you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go.
It's
I
fair.
wasn't belly laughing.
Well, listen, remember when we went to Kevin Hart in person?
Yeah,
The guys that came on before him to like open up his show, we were in tears.
Yeah.
They were so funny. And then when Kevin came out, he had a couple that were funny, but like that wasn't one of our favorite sets.
yeah,
His stand-ups on Netflix, those
Yes.
were hilarious.
yeah. Those killed it.
But,
Yeah,
but seeing him in person in that particular set, he was funny.
yeah. We saw him at Jones Beach.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I remember the guys that started it.
Yeah, his Cup Boys. The Cup
were
Boys.
in tears. It was so funny.
Yep.
It was talking about like getting up out of bed, and it was like just stuff you could relate. It was
Yeah,
so
us
funny.
being older.
Yep.
It just
And then when Kevin got on, some of his jokes were funny, but it wasn't like my favorite set.
I kind of think that was his maturity time frame. I feel like he went from being super young and super crazy and talking
And then
about,
becoming a dad.
and then he was kind of in the middle. His kids were probably like 7, 8 years old, and he had already like used all of the jokes about his divorce and whatever. And I think I just think that was a middle period where there wasn't maybe a whole lot for him to talk about. But then once his kids got into their teens, that might have been
A lot of that stuff's
once his kids
relatable
got into his
comedy.
teens, his stand-up was hysterical. I died laughing at not so much the COVID special that he did, but
My favorite still is the friend, like best friends. My bullshit is your bullshit, and your bullshit is my bullshit.
And I shouldn't have to ask you to put you in my life. Like, I'm not gonna say the N-word,
I'm
but
hungry as shit.
yeah,
Again, very relatable stuff.
Man.
Very funny.
I'm hungry as shit.
Doesn't he say like go get a sandwich or something?
Yeah,
He's like, I'm not.
No.
He said, "Go get a $5 footlong from
Yep.
Subway."
Yep.
He's
like,
no.
no.
You need to
That
listen.
shit is hilarious.
Yeah. I think it's where you are in your life. And I think Matt Rife is kind of in that he's in that weird time frame where he's still kind of like where teenagers, early 20s want to put his picture up on their walls but doesn't have enough to talk to anybody over 35 years old. Because then there's a whole section where he does on where he's attracted to grandmas.
Oof.
Yeah.
Gmail. Nice.
And does
Sugar mamas.
yeah
No,
no
Gmail.
no grandmas.
Gmail.
Like
Yeah.
where you don't have to during sex you don't have to choke them out. You have to pinch their air cord.
Oof.
Yeah. It was tough. It was tough. It was. I'm not gonna lie. That's not my brand of comedy.
Woo! Again, this is dark. The dark,
Mikey, your
unexpected
brand
humor
of comedy
messes me up.
wasn't mine.
It's just the unexpected humor that gets me. Like the unexpected turn.
Yeah, no, you went there. You might like the
Damn.
yeah, I mean, it was
Damn.
it wasn't what everybody's saying like, hey, cancel Matt Rife. It wasn't to that degree, but
Oh, he's only 28. That's not too bad.
yeah.
No, they don't piss him off. But also, too, didn't you say he was just breaking out into the actual big scene now? He's in the big leagues now.
Yeah,
Well,
this was
yeah.
his literal.
Yeah, so this is him
he-
literally testing
figuring
to
it out.
see exactly
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
he can and how
Yeah.
far he can push the envelope to
He
get.
tried for comedy forever, didn't work out, and then
Yeah.
did one thing he put up on TikTok and it blew up overnight.
Yep.
Yep.
And then he started getting bigger.
And then
Yeah.
he just started. He pumped a million TikToks
Yeah,
in, and I'm
he's
not. He put in the
snowballed
work.
up there. Yeah,
I'm
he
not
did.
saying he didn't put in the work.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for a long time. He put in the work. And yeah, I'm not mad at him. So
I'm not.
I thought it was
mean, At least he's standing by it, just still pushing through it. Like, I'm gonna tell jokes. I don't care if you don't like it. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Which was Dave
Enough
Chappelle.
people will. So
I'm gonna. keep
he'll, and you know what? Right. For me, it's just you find comics you like that are kind of they're in your age group. So what they're talking about as time goes on is funny to you.
mhm.
Right? He is not in my age group.
No.
So the only things that he talks about that are funny to me are things that maybe my kid is going to go through or has gone through already or growing up or something along those lines. Him talking about wanting to sleep with older people is not that's okay. I don't know who's fine. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So he'll get there. Yeah, but he's going to very much have a big career because these kids that are his age are going to resonate with him
And follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah. for
Because
sure.
there's even a joke in there about how I don't know if Michael Jackson was ever black. I wasn't alive for that. For me, he's always
Fair.
been an Asian white woman. And I was
Fair.
Right.
okay, you right. I mean,
You didn't see it.
you didn't he was like, I never physically saw it with my own eyes. I was you're 28. You probably didn't
Nope.
see black Michael Jackson. So
Not-
but for me, for growing up with Michael Jackson as Michael Jackson, that's okay. But you're not wrong. Not wrong. I get it.
Yep.
But those kids that are his age are going to resonate with all that stuff, whereas we just don't. And that's
Yeah.
okay. You
Yeah.
know? So, but yeah, I just wanted to get that. I wanted to get that in there.
She's talking to you, but she wants to get in there. She ain't looking over here.
Well, I have 4 days where I don't have to work. So, you know,
Yay.
Oh, does that start tomorrow?
It
yes.
does.
Oh,
you're on your own,
nice.
buddy.
Nice. I'll be fine. It's
I
just
know.
me and like what, 2 people tomorrow, or just me and Tom?
You and Deli.
Oh, that's it.
And Tom.
He didn't get to smuggle Mitch in there. He didn't get to slide that in there real quick.
I'm sure.
Pause.
I'm sorry, slide what in where?
Wait, what?
Pause.
What was that? Okay.
Pause.
Nah, you be
Usually,
good.
usually he talks Mitch into doing something for some
I'm
reason.
sure. He
I'm
did.
sure Mitch will be in there, but
Yeah.
Or yeah, we should be fine. Everything should be turned off. Should be like just regular, basic.
oh,
Damn.
you'll be
I'll
You'll
be
be
cooking.
good.
Yes, I'll be cooking. There's no
all
way.
right, y'all. Clinton things. It was fun. Happy Thanksgiving and happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Adios.